We were waiting for a drag queen to leave. She was quite rude and speeds. And every time she got on the screen, she blamed someone else for her problems, I mean. But Jamar, what did we witness tonight? It was so great. La 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 la. Girl. But this day and age, we saw today, Steve Urkel went home, yes, already. Days go by. I don't got to deal with that bullshit no more on my screen tonight. And that wasn't even the craziest part of it all, children.
So, finally, it happened to me.
It's your boy, Maddie Rant.
And Jamar 4.
Sorry, Family Matters. I love you, but, you know.
When she has that braid in, she really gives me urgency.
That good old.
She really gives me urgency.
It's the glasses, too. They don't help it. Not one bit. Y'all, Maddie Rant's Jamar 84. We're here to bring you season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race, episode 7, Farm To Runway. Children, I gotta be real with you today. There's gonna be a lot of opinions expressed from both me and Jamar, and they're gonna be a little bit rough, a little bit, you know, hard.
Be prepared.
It's not gonna be nice or easy. Oh no.
I know the comment section gonna be a little spicy upon tonight.
And I'm just gonna close my eyes to that because I will not have that energy taken.
But you know what? It wouldn't be any fun if we just all agreed with one another, now would it?
On Thursdays, we wear pink. But Cirilio, though, seriously, a lot happened, mostly in Untucked.
Mostly in Untucked.
And that's about time that I got 30 minutes of the bull because, honey.
They packed a lot into the 30 minutes. They really did. Even the part that was good from the episode, aside from the runway, all
leading
still tied into
Untucked. The mess that we saw happening, girl, there will be sides picked tonight, I'm telling you. You're going to find out who's the fans, who can just see through the mist. The mist is what I would like to call the mess. That is the mist, because it's a haze. But we'll get to that. Y'all know the social media links down below at Maddie Rants on Instagram, Facebook, at the Maddie Rants on Twitter, Jamar at Jamar84 on all social media outlets and links. And if you want to donate to the channel, please and thank you. PayPal.me/Maddie Rants, Cash App Maddie Rants. Those links are below as well. Merchandise stores available. We can just get into it.
Are you ready? Because it starts right from the first phrase.
So, Steven Urkelson decides to walk up to the mirror and tell us that it's not worthy. No, not even worthy.
Bish.
It's not. Do we have to read Scarlett's mirror
She doesn't
message?
deserve her message to be read because she was full of herself.
I said, you old snot rag, you ain't gonna do this today. You ain't gonna do this today, Myron. You ain't gonna do this today.
Raja holds a level of confidence and arrogance that supersedes anything that I could ever imagine. Because as she carelessly read Scarlett for no reason.
Who wasn't even out? Listen, Vanjie said it best. She's not even out the parking lot.
You just reading her for what? Even in the Untucked last week, reading her for what?
Oh, you had time though yesterday? Bitch, hold on a minute. But you were on that stage ready to go in and you said, I'm not going to say nothing. Then you get to the back of the room. Yeah, well, good, you should have said yourself. If you don't.
Girl, and what made it worse, if she just stayed with Scarlett, we still would have read you. But once you drug, say, Nina, where you at? Sugar,
and Plastique.
Where you at? Plastique, relying on pretty. Let me tell you something.
Cue the producers, cue the editing team, bless your heart for showing clips of them hugging and kissing. And how are you doing? The concern.
Fake.
The concern.
Raja, Nina has a win. You don't. Sugar lip-synced twice. You've lip-synced for 3.
And after tonight...
And Plastique has been giving you higher marks than you have the entire... Has Raja placed high?
With a corset alone, bitch.
That's a whole different...
Now you really should be some kind of mad because Miss Thing has been moving along with just a corset and good makeup.
Has Raja placed high?
No, Jamar.
So, who's really the one taking up space in the makeup room?
God, you asked that question?
who's really
How
taking
rude
up space?
of you.
Because apparently she's like...
Her in the top. Stop it. We're not talking about season 3, sis.
Like,
that's the only time you hear Roger's name at the bottom is this season, girl.
That one doesn't happen. But you have some nerve, bitch, to try to call out people that have done
your gutsy
all better than
hole
you
was
have.
wide and deep, Miss Thing, and I wasn't here for it. First of all, RuPaul comes in what is the loudest but actually really cute suit. ... color ... situation here, and I really was feeling it with the orange. But they do some sack race mess with some breastplates and whatever, and cutlets and whatever they could put in there.
It was...
Who could afford what?
Some people just use breastplates. Some people use chicken cutlets.
Evie got to stay in there because she was still a little bit hurt, and they didn't want to, push it a little bit for it. Was like, we're not going to kill you, girl. Just do something.
They just played to the camera. They weren't really actually. They didn't even hardly move. They were just like, have some fun, camera. We're going to ham this up.
There were funny moments, but it was definitely, oh, okay. And their wieners. Haha, I actually said that. The winners were Nina West and Sugarcane. I said, girl, they picked. I said, now ain't that the tea? The 2 oldest contestants won.
I mean,
I'm being funny, but it was
challenges. I'm just like, what is the grade? What's the criteria here for these mini challenges?
They won some money or some gift cards to use for something that is useful for them. Then they're told that they're doing a Farm to Runway look, which basically is bring the unconventional challenge, Project Runway. They need to bring out fruits and vegetables and burlap sacks and farm stuff and all whatever you need to get a farm going.
All the stuff from the outside.
But yes, and make something cute.
Now, so usually my favorite challenges.
What does everyone do? Corsets, no. Banned! No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, this seems to be like the go-to. They'll start with the corset and they're like, okay, let me see what I can do.
And some girls just stop with the corset and then just add on top of the corset and then say corset tong.
And allegedly steal from other
That became a huge deal as to the defeat. Anywho, I am Groot. Now, I want to get into this whole Evie Sookie situation because RuPaul did start this whole, can I ask you, because I asked the other girls, who do you think should go home? Now, Sookie said Evie's name, and once that name slipped out them lips, out them ganaches, I was like, oh, here we go.
Because she's hurt, and ain't nobody got time for that.
I'd have been Evie in that moment, rightfully pissed. Like, did she really just slip that out of her aorta?
Really? So that's it?
Okay. So then, Evie, who do you think should go home? Sookie.
Because I feel like...
Because she's not even taking what you're saying.
So out of everybody, she's not taking any of the proper critiques that the judges have given her.
And now Sookie feels attacked.
No,
but let's keep this moment. Because, girl... Later on, it gets a little bit heavier, a little bit deeper, a little bit wider, a little bit stronger. And I was always here for it.
This is the root of Untucked. Was this conversation right here?
It started right there, and you know how it goes. When one bitch is mad, they run to another, especially when they've been hit with that good bullet, and they ask the other girls, "Do you think this bullet is fair in my leg? Do you think I should have been shot like that?" I know Sookie was doing that. You cannot take that away from me. I saw it in Untucked. You cannot take that away from me. I don't think Evie's the girl to run around and be like, was I wrong for saying what I said? No, it's only if it's addressed. But I really feel like Vanjie was pulled into that situation a little harder than she should have initially.
Because like they had a whole moment like Vanjie asked Evie, I know you're going to tell me the truth, so come over here. Let me ask you about my garment.
Yes.
What do you think? And, you know, Evie gave her critique, and it was just like, okay, well...
I appreciate your sister for giving me the advice, and then she went on from there, and then Gilbert Gottfried and Danny DeVito the way on out, and it was like, okay, I thought we were done. But no, that also somehow gets pulled into later on as well.
So after RuPaul does her round, she comes over to Plastique Station, and they get into a discussion about Plastique's, you know, heritage and her family, and... just knowing how, you know, Vietnamese and Asian culture is and how strict it is, it's always very touching to hear stories about how these different queens overcome these situations and how they make amends with their families and how they pursue their dreams no matter what, you know, that may be. And she got very emotional because I can only imagine how it would be because it's already strict, as Matt knows, in the Southern Black community.
That video's online now on the channel.
Or any kind of different.
Yeah.
We have our own scrutiny, from our families, but it's a whole different beast within the Asian Vietnamese community. So I definitely felt for Plastique in that moment. And I'm glad that the Ru was able to comfort her in that moment, say that we get to choose our family, reiterating that message that she gives to other queens, saying that even though our blood families may not accept us, we can choose our own families and we can create our community and find our tribes that way. So bravo to Plastique. Hand clap. And again, in Untucked, somebody felt a way about that.
Jabbar had a monologue. I was here for it. I was like, I would have to see anything. I was like, okay, continue.
See, I would wrap that on up.
Very good for that minute for Plastique. Plastique, we're here for you, sis. Later in Untucked, you were challenged.
Literally every part of this episode
went into Untucked.
But we have to mention it here so that we could give you every bits and pieces so that all the reads will come together and
Gasp
make sense.
And swoon, I just caught the vapors. That's a Men on Film reference. Someone said that we're like them, and I was like, well, honey, did you not know that was my favorite thing to watch on A Living Color? It's raining. Yes.
But yes. So, Ru, I live for how shady and cunty you have been this season when you do these table talks.
Honey, because you let Sookie know what was up.
You of not letting any of these girls get by with the bullshit.
Nope, not even. No square space for that.
Baby, when she read Sookie talk about, I was out of my comfort zone because I was pregnant, she's like, well, girl.
When Sookie said that, I was like, no, what just came up must go down.
And this is like, Sookie has... I don't even know what complex this is. It's just like, because you're pretty, you should get by for just being pretty. But if pretty is not what we asked for.
Ooh, I digested a whole read right there.
Then, girl, it doesn't matter if you look sickening because that's not what we wanted you to be.
Because sometimes I like that spooky dookie.
I mean, now the spooky is fantastic.
I actually like the spooky dookie.
That's usually when I get excited.
Yeah.
That's why I was excited about the Monster Ball.
That's why I need you to get excited about Dragula, mister. You like the spooky, you need to get on some Dragula tea now. Because that's spook, girl, and it's good spook,
so
too.
I've heard.
Science fiction. And they get time to do their shit. Yeah.
Lead time. That ain't no...
Honey.
That's not no 30, 45 minute mug that you can do.
Please. I can't wait for this next season, Boulay Brothers. Call me, girl. After all of that took place and RuPaul went through the room and, figured out, who needed to go home and, asked other people's opinions on certain things. There's a moment where we have a pause for Silky's hair. Now, this isn't the Vixen situation where it was tumbling on out.
That was I forgot about that tumbleweed.
Never found the pink. Never found it.
I remember last year, somebody said that Vixen looks like Vegeta with that hairline. How it goes up.
And it would totally match the personality, too.
Woo!
Wow, that's really telling. But not to Vegeta over here, but insert Dragon Ball Z character.
I could talk about. Ooh.
So, Silky decides she needs to get her hair together, but she can't get it right. Jamar, back to the edge monster. So, Silky was trying to get her hair right, and Akira had to be mother, as she was through most of the episode, and as we've seen through this season. Even when RuPaul was talking to everybody, Akira would be like...
She'd be tuned in. She'd stop what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to gather all the information.
Or she leaves that lady on the poach in the neighborhood that always be getting all the business. I ain't trying to be in your business, but again, they fight in the street, and this is her.
And when the cops come, she be like, "Well, what I saw was."
That's the Nichols boy that lived right over there, and his mama never home anyways because she worked real late and her daddy and all that type of stuff. That family. That lady,
that old lady,
the one that know too much, because she came over. She came over. She brought some food, and what she said was, "You're gonna tell me everything." I knew her because half the time that was me. So, she said that Silky's hair was
a can't you, don't you?
Can't you, don't you? Can't you comb it?
Don't you try it? And you know what? We can relate to sometimes the struggle We'll try to get, you know, that wig together, try to get them edges to be laid right. So, you know what? I feel you, Sookie. I feel you. Baby, I remember those days.
That whole moment when Katie did that was so...
She was like, baby, let me help you, girl.
That shit was so funny.
Like, Sookie was like, I don't do hair. I don't do hair.
And sometimes I understand. Trust me. I just started... Once I started growing this out, this became now a can-do every morning. Every morning. And sometimes just wet it, blow dry it, shake it, walk out.
Okay.
God, every morning. I miss the short hair sometimes. Girl, I used to be get up and go.
You look like a baby with no damn hair no more.
I know. I would probably look really weird.
You gotta look back at like our first videos. We look completely different.
I know.
We really look completely different.
Oh my goodness. Someone should do a you and I. With that music in the background with our videos, like in slow motion.
Those old school. But yes.
Gross.
So, proceeding forward, Miss Rupaul enters upon the runway. What did you think of Miss Rupaul's look?
I loved it. It was a beautiful blended dress. It like was going from one look to another, and the color scheme was correct, as I like to say. It was good. It was good. It was money. It was money. The wig, the makeup. Yeah, I loved it. The light hit it right. It just lets you know puss. So go in, RuPaul. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Ooh. We've had a very long night, so please forgive us on this review.
So our judges, after Miss RuPaul came and slayed the runway, was Miss Amber Valletta.
She's been on many Vogue covers. Minty.
Oh, amen.
She's a working model, and she's been doing it for quite some time. She's been in some films too, if I'm correct.
Well, we'll get to that when we get to Untucked. But I realized something they didn't do this week.
I know, and
I forgot. I didn't realize that,
and for good
so
reason.
Just now, it was not okay.
Candy Burst was there from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hey, Candy girl.
Girl,
it's nice to see you on here.
It was about time. I love Miss Candy. And Miss Candy was one of the judges who was actually there to not just be Miss Nice and actually give critiques.
Candy was spilling.
And give good critiques. I'm like, you know what, Candy?
I thought that was ugly. I said, oh, thank you.
I didn't like that headpiece.
I just did not like that. That was not the tea. I was like, oh, Candy.
You know what?
I said, she got that from, what's his name, Don Juan. She hung out with Don Juan for a long time, honey. She's got the full gist. Alyssa Edwards
had her back. Listen, as soon as I saw them nails looking like this, who else?
Good TV was happening.
Who else?
Is she here to compete again? What's going on? Like, and she looked like money. I was here for it.
Oh, baby.
Great wig, great look.
I will never get tired of Alyssa on my screen.
Good TV. She read some of them girls down. And the fact that she was there to do runway was also extremely important because I feel like some people really needed help and some people didn't take the help that was given to them into the runway. And I'll get to that in a second. But Alyssa Edwards, hilarious. Hilarious girl. They need to use you more often in choreography challenges, which they did because then you told the girls after helping them with the runway, like Jamar was saying, you have to do some country pumpkin pie, whatever. And it was terrible. It really was terrible.
It was, that felt so unnecessary.
This is all I'm going to do to talk about it too. It was terrible.
It was, I mean, Evie played her part.
That was all that
she gave in that corner, but camp. And everybody else did the do-si-do.
I'd like to get to the runway, please. I'd love to stop this conversation about that.
Because somebody's going to be like, you didn't talk about it. It was talked about.
Close the door, okay? Excuse me. There we go. I don't know what I was closing here.
So now.
Onto the runway. Cack. Onto the runway, please, cack. So.
I enjoyed this runway. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with Miss Sugarcane. And you know what? This time, Sugar didn't have to explain her outfit. The way that she walked out gave me all the description that I needed. And I really enjoyed this look from Miss Sugarcane this week. What did you think?
I like it. The wig is interesting, but I enjoy the silhouette, even though it is stupid loose.
That's the only thing that I would give a critique.
Because once she made that turn,
once you turn to the side,
and it was boy chest with a little tassel on the titty, you know, a little something on the nip. I was like, okay, but I actually like this because it was something different from Sugarcane, and I liked her makeup, and then the fact that the hair looked like someone shot her in the face a little bit. Yeah, I'm here for it.
It's just that the top piece, you gave too much room.
It definitely needed a chest. A Tiffany Pollard, I love New York titty would have been perfect in there, but all right, Sugar, give me that cane.
So next up is Miss Sookie Nutmeg Ganache.
I just heard myself say, should have given me that K.
Ooh.
So it went in there. It went in though. So Sookie comes out as bean pudding. No, I'm just kidding. Jamar, what do you have to say?
I had to really look at this look and decide whether or not I liked it, and I had to come to the conclusion, no.
You don't like it.
And the part that bothers me the most is the shawl that she's having over her shoulders. I feel like if it was a color that accented the beads in her dress more, it would have given me a little bit more, but it was so distracting. It felt like just a blanket over.
So here's where I will give positive feedback for this look without completely shredding it to pieces, because it's not a bad look in my opinion. The cutout thing is your jush, and apparently, you know, you can't be clocked for that. But it's been a couple times. Like Jamar says, this looks very...
She's almost just taking it off.
I mean, it's like you got some fabric, snip, 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 and you like just stapled it on, not even sewed it, stapled it on, and walked. The beans all over the dress look, I actually am okay with, because it was done all the way through. So you spent some time on that. That I'm not gonna knock you for. But when I see what everybody else wore compared, I've seen that look in silhouette on you before, so to me, but okay.
Yeah. She should just took that shawl thing off. She should just took it off.
It's like, you're a big deal, aren't you, Sookie? Next up is Evie Oddly.
Now, Evie actually came for the girls because
you could never be glamour.
She gave us glamour upon tonight.
Glamour.
She gave glamour upon tonight with an old nasty red finger wave.
Get into the makeup.
The makeup was pushed.
Oh, that makeup is right.
That good old cut crease. You know, I love a good cut crease. I can never go wrong.
She was giving pussy, okay? And I was here for it. So... say what you want. Say what you want. Say what you want, Miss Ganache and all the rest of the girls on the hate train. She said, you want me to do something? I got it.
I mean, even in the dress, how it's flowing down the runway.
It was amazing. It was super beautiful. It was super creative. The color scheme.
It is right with Jesus when the queen gets their makeup scheme
I'm so glad
in
you
with
adapted
their outfit.
That. I'm so glad you adapted right with Jesus. Because that's a great saying when it's just, listen. Good. Next to the runway is Nina West. Nina West. Nina West. I'm watching you walk down this... Well, wait. I can't say walk, because if you always say that's a walk, girl, I'm not doing it right then. Miss Thing, you in them biscuit stomping kitten heels, girl. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the knees. It's like she done, listen, she took the wrong shot that day, the wrong vitamin.
She had a lot of energy. She had a lot of energy down that runway.
I'm not mad at the outfit, and I'm not mad at the hair.
To me, the hair doesn't match.
How so? When there's purple in the green, and that's very Mardi Gras colors. How is that not matching?
I think it's because...
You think the hair with the silhouette is not matching?
Almost, maybe not even like the color, but it's just like the style. Like it's in that asymmetrical look. I don't know why. I would have just picked a different wig for it. And I think it's because it reminds me so much of a wig that we're so used to seeing Trinity the Tuck wear.
In Monet Exchange, where when she did that Rihanna motorcycle, whatever that she was attempting.
You know what? That might be one of those wigs that just every queen has. It might be one of those
like a Marcel wave? So next up is Brooklyn Heights. I'll let Jamar go first.
No.
Yep.
You are going to go first.
No, because you want it. I know you want that last moment. You're not going to get it.
I don't want...
Nope.
Nope.
You may have it.
Okay. So, I want to preface this by saying...
Preface. He said preface, everybody. So bullshit's quick on the follow.
No. Because of what I've known Brooklyn to give in the past, this particular look, to me... did not excite me in the way that her looks have done it in the past.
So
now, from the neck up, great, fine, but just the garment in of itself, because the way she worked it, I could give her props with the way that she worked it. She showed the ass, gave us detox tees, everything good about it. But I don't know, it just seems so droopy to me. And I wanted to like, but I just didn't. I'm sorry.
Are you? You're not.
But but I don't want to say it's like awful or terrible. It just wasn't my personal favorite. It wasn't like horrible like others, but it wasn't my favorite.
So I liked the wig color.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Yes, it is, honey. That is right. I enjoyed the blue. I liked it. I liked its simplicity. It did give me detox. Hot detox.
Just the way that she just showed like just a little bit of the crack.
I did like it though. I do get where Jamar's coming from. While it's an unconventional challenge, she kind of didn't really like go full, you know, stigmata with it if she wanted to go there. But I liked it. I thought it was simple and clean. I thought it was very much like something I could see somebody else wearing. Or,
is it a less is more, you feel?
Very much that. She did put a lot of the oranges on places. I'm sure it smelled like a good citrus, you know, off spray. But I'm here for it. I like it, but I get where you're saying.
In comparison to what she's given me.
I responded better to it than Jamar did.
And that's fair.
So the next queen that's up onto the runway is a Curiosity Davenport. No. No.
You know what?
No. Elmo says no.
No.
Elmo says no.
No.
Curia. Elmo says no. No. Stuart. No. No. Mama, you are so beat. Okay, hold on. Let me do this guy. You're beat in reality. So for me, this is a bad day because the dye did not work out the way you wanted to. So you had to go with your backup plan, and this is what you got. That wig is horrible. This is like good fish. This is good fish with a church heel.
That's like an interview outfit.
This is an interview outfit? All right, what job? Do not apply. Don't come back. Okay, listen, Akira, this is your bad week. I'm sorry, Mama. That's all. I think that every other time that you've ever been critiqued on, say, another little piss poor show about your, creativity, they've been wrong. But in this case here,
after following from last week, being so strong,
not a way.
Yeah,
not a way to go.
But what I will give her as a positive is that her face and her body sold the garment.
You was hunched
up. The garment on its own, if it wasn't for you, it would not have worked.
Next up.
Ooh, okay. So this seems to be a consistent critique upon the channel here. Is Miss Vanjie. Where was the rest of her outfit? The makeup was great. Everything. Beat. Wig. Cute. Outfit. No. Absolutely not.
The chin up, stunning. Down, under, for the rest. I love y'all, Australia. Forgive the reference. But seriously.
Nah.
The fuck. It was so...
After you just been red for your run, like...
Let me look at this.
No.
Oh, look at the back.
No, Vanjie.
Oh my God, you are lying.
No, Vanjie.
Girl, if she moved the wrong way, that ass would have been all out.
Well, one wonder if she had like that as a reveal that you lip sync.
The only way. I mean, it would have been an intentional one.
That's the only thing, but
no. I know you tried this week, but who knew? Next up is Raja O'Hara.
Boot.
I am Groot. I am Boot.
It was falling apart at the seams.
I actually give her credit for the braid that was made out of materials.
It would have been, but it would have been
better if it attached itself to your head and not the boy.
The idea was great. But execution,
your ideas, I see what you're trying to do, but it just didn't happen. Your makeup was one though.
Oh yeah,
your makeup was one. I'll give you that. But next up is Plastique Tiara in a corset. Again, no, I won't. I will not praise this. your head's awesome.
Oh, but it looks good.
Her head looks amazing. But no, bitch. No. Nope.
It is a corset again, but
she looks stunning, but we've done this every week though.
It is.
We do this.
That's true.
No, we do this every fucking week with this girl. No, you look stunning. Nope.
That's true.
This is Miss Thing. Those are the same tights too. Same ones. You're joking me. Come on, Dallas Queen.
I know you have more. We know you have more. Granted, you look great, but we want to see you look great in other things.
What else did you rent? What else did you rent, girl? Like, come on. Bring it out. Because this, no, ma'am. Look at this. It's so beautiful, but I've seen it many times.
So
why am I so angry right now? Oh.
It's like, why not my emotions?
We're done with the runway, kids. Let's go down to the rest of the episode. The runway was something. The judges cared. And they decided to give their critiques. With the information that we were given, we can surmise who the top was and who the bottom was. I enjoyed this edit much better.
Okay.
The top was Evie Oddly.
Miss Plastique.
Evie Oddly was up there. Plastique Corset Tiara. No, Plastique Corset.
Which y'all are just not gonna let her
Plastique Corset.
Y'all are gonna let her live.
And Brooklyn, oh no, she's in the top again. Heights. Now your bottom bitches were Nina. She's been here before. West. Akiria.
So this time.
I didn't see Davenport being here, except for the other Davenport, Raja O'Hara, the bottom assassin. And I don't mean bottoms that she's assassinated. Because she ain't assassinating this bottom. All right, so listen.
All right.
She would never. She would never fuck with a pretty girl like me. I'm that pretty girl. All right. Blow your nose, and we're done. All right. So then, by all the powers that be, RuPaul, in a act of kindness, will, and all the good things that were coming to her this week, Plastique is the winner of this episode. Hi, would like to see you in a different look after this one. You can put them down now.
I don't think she's gonna do it until they tell her to.
I think you are correct. I think tomorrow, next week, and then on will be a corset until someone goes.
Until they say we see another corset, she's gonna be doing it.
Do you know what a actual gown looks like? Possibly. I don't know. I like to see her in a gown. I want to see her in some nasty gown. I really want to see her in a gown. And I know she got it.
I know you have it.
Oh,
I know you have it.
Because you know it'd be so. Oh, it'd be so puss. Okay, sorry. I like Plastique. I just pick on her because. Corset. I thought Evie should have won this week, to be honest with you.
I can see that.
Just because but she gave glam and the girls asked her for that, and it was like she gave you what you asked for. So, and Nina tried to do the same thing, proportionizing, and she unproportionately, had issues. Raja was red for her Groot. Akiria was
it was so uneven.
It was, child. Just like her time on Drag Race. Akiria then also had God, we love you, girl, and we can't believe you're here. And it was like,
especially after coming off of last week, because last week you were right.
You were all with the puss. So your bottom two,
Miss Akiria, Chanel Davenport, and
Raja. Not Nina. That wasn't gonna happen.
No, that was not.
The producers were like,
heck no.
Put Raja in the bottom. See, she gonna stay tonight. Coco Montrese, you don't. That didn't happen, Miss Thing.
No way.
Ha ha ha. Okay, so what was the song?
Strut.
By Sheena Easton?
Indeed.
That's her, right? Akiria strutted all over her.
Oh, baby. And every time that Raja has lip sync, I've been waiting for her to show me this energy, this dancing talent that she claims to possess, and this is the 4th time
that she's Melanded up.
That you haven't given me anything.
Girl, when she took off that braid, did you see?
She didn't take it off; it came off.
Did you see the amount of strength that just took all of whatever fillers were in RuPaul's face and to go? Like she literally was like.
She knew in that moment, like, I fucked up.
Did you really?
I'm gonna twirl this.
Oh, when she was twirling it.
She's like, I fucked up. She knew.
Who that reminded me of, twirling their braid around. I was like, girl. She gave me one of them videos on Facebook you find at 3 o'clock in the morning. I got your hair, bitch. Real talk.
Oh, one of those.
Gas station fight. Akira strutted her ass on down. She wore out Miss Rajapoo.
She had a
RuPaul didn't have any choice in the matter because it was like, I almost wanted to hear her say, "You're a winner, baby." But
she gave it. Like Miss Akira knows how to run.
Akira basically did that, and Raja left with a really kind of, you know,
sour taste in her.
And you try your best, and 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 but good for her.
But good for her.
Good for her.
Oh, that means we can't talk about her no more.
We can't. Damn, Raja.
We ain't got no more quotes to say about the
I guess that's the end of the Matt and Mar show, bitch, because there ain't no more material after that. Lies, because Untucked gave us so much more to look forward to in the following weeks. But that was the episode, children. We need to get into Untucked. That in itself is going to be given its own section. So if you finish this, probably at the 30-something minute marker, you're about to head into the next 10 to 15. Here we go. On the last episode of Untucked.
No. I'm not going to... Okay.
When we last left the Scooby gang. When we last left Scooby and the gang.
On the last episode of Dragon
So, here is Untucked in a nutshell. I called this on the live. It happened point blank. The moment I said, or it was said, Sookie, Nutmeg, Ganache, Vanessa, Vanjie, Mateo, Sugar Cane, you're all safe. I said, Sookie and Vanjie about to talk shit.
They are ready to read.
It's about, and that's, girl, before we get started, before these queens get back, I said, go on.
Here we go.
Go on, because you've been dying to do this for the longest. So I'm here for this conversation, but let's see how it goes. The delusion, bullshit found its way out of Sookie's mouth.
Sookie, I have to read you for the very same reason I was reading Rasha before. Because for you to get upset with Evie because she said your name after mere moments ago, you said that she should be eliminated, not for the fact that she's been doing poorly in the challenge, not the fact that she's been getting rid of the runway, but because she was injured.
And we don't, what was the word after, what was the saying after that? Now that's the ticker. That was the, ooh, there goes the knife. What was it again, Jamar? It was, we don't got time for that.
Like, we don't have time for that?
It was something of that nature, like,
yeah,
we don't need that, or we don't have, oh, that's what she said? We don't have time for that. Now, you are so, Matthew.
And because Sookie's like, well, I mean, Evie was like, well, I choose Sookie Ganache because she's been one that hasn't been taking the judges' critiques the well, like everybody else has.
She seems the most resistant to change. I think that's what she is.
RuPaul did read you for just doing a pretty face.
Literally, that was her walkthrough with you. So, literally was that same reason. So she basically just spoke what RuPaul had just said. So Sookie felt like, are you for real? Like, she couldn't possibly be like, oh, they're just jealous and hateful of me. Okay. Alrighty. We are so there for you, girl.
She did not stab you in the back. So like, who should be in the body? Evie.
Stab you in the back. I was like, girl, stop. Okay. So, apparently, Sookie was so much of a bigger person that when Evie got back there, she was ready to have this conversation and be able to talk to her about her problem. Okay?
She had no intent whatsoever.
As I knew within this Untucked segment, because they only gave 6 minutes for these bitches to speak, they already had the other girls come back. I said, yeah, there's no point.
There was nothing else.
There's nothing
else. Let's get to the good shit.
This is where I will stand for Evie Oddly forever and a day. My God, that read.
Multiple, because there was more than one.
You obliterated Sookie, Ganache, Nutmeg, however, what order. See, I can't even put the order right. Sookie, Nutmeg, and oh, look at me. Yeah. Look at me messing up now. America's going to love you.
That's the thing I don't like about Sookie, is that she's just so, the arrogance is
she's telling you what.
She's telling me how to feel about her.
Yes. And it's like, you need to stop. because I don't want you to do that, because I already was liking you up until you started telling me what I need to feel about you, without you just doing things to make me feel a certain way about you, which right now you're making me feel like I don't like your fucking ass right now because you're rude, bitch, and then you also play victim. What was that about? Oh my God, the victim.
When Evie read her, she was like, well.
Girl, Sookie said, oh, well, I listen, girl, I tried to talk to her and she wanted to do all this and I guess I'll just be this, girl. And it was like, I know you're not. I know you're not. And Evie was getting pissed because she was like, I know you're not trying to pull this bullshit on me right now. Evie read her to oblivion. The judges don't see that either with you. Oh my God.
She was like, Sookie,
you came out there with that bean pasted, what was it, burlap?
She said stretchy fabric.
Another stretch fabric dress with some beans on it. I was like, oh, Brooklyn.
Let me tell you, Brooklyn, I may not have cared for your outfit this week, but in Untucked, you were my spirit animal because that would have been me.
Your
like,
personality through Untucked was everything.
That because I was just confused.
My God. It was like, where is all this coming from? But then on top of it, it was the whole, when Sookie was like, I never said anything about you or her. Did you see when Brooklyn and Plastic started to race? They both rose up like, now wait a minute.
Let's play the tapes.
You have said that. Yeah, you've said stuff, girl. And I was like, I love the accountability police in here. Sugarcane too, when the whole Roger situation happened that we're going to get to as well. I love the accountability police up in this room. But
she was the older girl.
But basically, Evie
wore my favorite
Sookie out.
Read. Evie said, despite my injury, in our rehearsal and in our performance.
Because we forgot to talk about this.
I did the entire routine with my injury and was doing things that you could only dream of doing. I said, God damn. And you know what? The other girls tried to come to Sookie's defense, and Evie kept dodging like, well. Oh,
because you've been safe the entire time, and then someone goes, Sasha Velour won, and she was safe the whole time too. She said, yeah, but the difference is Sasha Velour had talent.
Another read.
it was like, oh, so you want to do that? Boom, got her. I'm not done yet.
She was not getting her heel off of Sookie.
Now I'm gonna get to Raja in a second because we do need to get this in, but I want to go in first with Evie's next argument, which was with Vanjie, which to me, now that me and Jamar actually sat and discussed this argument, we both can see they both were hurt, and that is all that argument was about.
That's really what it was.
They're
just
friends,
like people fight,
and they like each other, but that disagreement is deep because Evie's mad about this situation. Vanjie's mad about her actually bringing it in, but Evie's like, girl, you shouldn't even have said my name. But it's like, I didn't mean it that way, so why are you taking it that way? But why even say my name? Like that's an argument. We all say you can want with Evie, but it's an argument. At the same time, they're gonna squash that. I don't see that lasting long.
That's a harmless fight.
But they're definitely pissed, and they're both very fiery, girl. Because Evie walked up on Vanjie, and Vanjie was ready, and I was like,
Vanjie didn't back down, bitch.
They had to hold Vanjie. Brooklyn had to get up on that one like, okay, babe, like, calm down. Because Vanjie was like, what, girl, what? And Evie's like, I'm not scared of you.
Real loud.
Evie said, I'm not scared of you, girl. What? And you what?
They were scared of each other. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Hold your point and don't back down.
I was here for it.
I feel like that moment stirred only because of the Sookie and Evie thing. She was high off of that.
Now, Plastique, after having RuPaul hug her, winning the challenge and then getting a video message in the back. I mean, I'm a little bit with Raja with this one. It's tough to see all that happen when you've been pissed on the entire day. I am Groot.
Even if it's your fault.
I am Groot. Akira kind of overheard something and she didn't hear everything, so she went to Raja with it as far as, girl, that story sound fishy. Raja took that because she was already mad and turned around, but that's when Akira was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said nothing. Girl, I may have been wrong.
She's trying to throw it away. I may have been wrong.
She's gone.
I may have been wrong.
She was like, wait,
it was too
girl.
late.
It was like, no, Miss Seeley, don't.
It was too late.
It was no, Miss Seeley, don't. Don't do it. Don't do it to Mister. Don't do it. Girl, Raja came out there and it was for nothing. I can't believe you got all this good and everything. It's just been your week, isn't it? It's just your week.
I was like, why is she mad?
Someone said it's Plastique's birthday was actually today or I think this week or whatnot. So is it a coincidence? I said, no, I don't think that they planned it that deeply. It just so happened to happen. But then Plastique apologized for Raja being mad at her in Brooklyn's face. Like, honey,
what?
She did a Jim Halpert from The Office. She went right to the camera.
Like, really?
Did that just happen? And then here come Raja, because she was all up in it, because the cameraman, I'm sure, was like getting a little closer. Brooklyn, what was that about? I just, what is this, girl? Like, what is that
like,
about?
She just read you, and you're like, I'm so sorry
I
if
think
my actions
yeah.
affected you. Here, girl, let me give you a...
She said, I think y'all just need to really talk about what you
just
really
read
need to talk
me
about.
For having my mom be here, Rue giving me accolades, and my boyfriend, like, why? What you mad for?
But we're jealous sisters. And I was like, Plastique, she's just trying to keep the peace, because she's like, girl,
really
I'm really not about to get in this argument today, because probably after all that happened and she got solo, she was like, can you believe what that bitch did on my moment? I'll give Plastique that. Professional, honey. Professional. Alyssa Edwards is her mother. But, you know.
Brooklyn was pulling up this couch cushions like, girl, I ain't
please,
got
like, please. But she had to get up when the Evangeline Evie thing happened. That almost got physical. That almost got physical. I was here for it. Girl, Untucked.
That was great.
Good TV. Good TV. I'm here for the next Untucked after that. Oh, girl, the episode's over. What did you think of it?
I think it's still one of the strongest episodes of the season. I was entertained and engaged the entirety of the episode. I liked how they kind of switched up the judges constantly going back senselessly in Untucked, because we would have loved to see Candy, but it wouldn't have fit. That whole argument was too good.
Right.
It was too good.
Or better yet, while that argument was happening, it's probably funny, maybe Candy and them were like maybe sitting back there to go, and it was like, I think we're gonna have to wait. It was like, oh, they're going in back there. But yeah, I gotta say, Jamar, season 11 has not been disappointing me. It has not been disappointing.
Overall, it has been.
It's been a good run.
Overall good
season. Been a good run so far. Like we had to get rid of, you know, a couple people that just, you know, sisters and, you know, and man, manly
I'm going to say
men.
high jump kicks.
Oh, you were going to give her high jump kicks? I was with David, and then, you know, they got rid of the Crimson Chan.
They should not have gotten rid of Scarlett when they did.
Yeah, that one I'm still upset about, because I think Scarlett would have done really well in this challenge.
And I loved how the internet sort of backed behind Scarlett in that situation. A lot of the queens were like, there's no way that Scarlett should have went home.
I'm so happy that social media was here for Scarlett.
Because we saw it.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, I was Courtney. That, you made the wrong decision. I love the internet sometimes.
That was so funny. She was like, why did you say that? You know, because Darren was so proud.
But that was season 6 was so good.
It was a very good season.
But yes, I did enjoy the episode. And next week is one of the highlights of any season.
Snatch Game. Da, 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 da. We may have a special guest here, actually. Possibly. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Maybe. I'm trying to get C. Diggy 1 to be here. Y'all know him with Alexander Rogers and the Pop Roast Show. He is a Drag Race fan as well. So we may have a guest here next week. Possibly. We'll see. I'll talk to Chris about it and see if he wants to join. I know he said he wanted to, but yeah. So I know, all three of us doing this, this will be fun. And it actually would be a long episode. I'm just going to tell you. If it's all three of us, it's going to be a discussion.
And Snatch Game is always just what to talk about.
Discussion. Can't wait. All right, everybody. You know the social media links. You know where you can donate. You know what to do. Thanks for tuning in. Hugs and kisses. All my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Maddie Rant.
And Jamardi 4.
Bye.
This is the last time we can use this voice, dude. She ain't gonna be
Well,
it's still going.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Well, girl, I tried my best.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not the end of me. Rise your head.
Don't add water.
What did she say when she left? I remember being so confused.
Girl, I just gave a Gremlins read.
You just say just add water.
I said don't add water.
Oh. I thought you were making
Remember Gizmo? I was like, what in the hell is happening here? That was the weirdest movie. I loved it, but it was the weirdest movie. You found some random animal in a goddamn, like, poop shop. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of the name of it. Poop shop. That's what we call it. That's what we call it. It was in the corner, girl. You walk past it. It smelled like Fabuloso and shit. A fiesta.
I can't.
Am I lying?
I have to see that again now.
Jamar, when's the last time you went to Fiesta? And do you remember the smell?
Do
you remember the smell?
Listen, but Fiesta had
No,
options.
I liked Fiesta.
Fiesta had the options.
I enjoyed seeing a giant toucan parrot sitting there on,
I had
face.
a Fiesta right around the corner from my house.
And the dirty lobster tanks.
But don't buy me from there.
Girl, dirty lobster tanks down. If you've made it past this point of the review,
don't buy meat from Fiesta.
We have stopped talking about Drag Race, and now we're having a grocery store bubble girl. But I have to talk about it.
Good.
That place smelled like Fabuloso and horseshit every time I went in there.
But, okay.
I said, who defecated on the ground, and why did they try to cover up with ocean breeze spray? What?
Fiesta was like that place you went to when the Walmart was around your area was closed and there was nowhere else you could go, and you wanted to get some things low price,
or get your check cash real cheap too. Oh yes,
get
girl.
Your good old nasty lottery ticket.
That too. While I'm up in there getting my juice and my popsicles. Listen, when I go to the grocery store and shop, I shop very cunty. But
don't buy me from there though. I can't. If it's
I would never buy.
Don't buy me from there.
If it smells like that,
especially the seafood. Don't do
it. That's probably the seafood department. That smell from the seafood department.
Don't get fruit from there either, because their bananas always be bruised.
Ooh, friend.
They grapes be looking
dry. If you walk past the bread, you get a yeast infection. If you walk past the fish department, you get salmonella. If you walk past the meat department, well, girl, there goes the rest of the listeria that you just had.
But they did have options for like your pastas, your sauces. They did have that. I'm trying to give them something.
You're trying to give them something?
I
don't want to shade them that hard, but God, it smells nasty in every single one of you. All of your Fiestas smell like shit. They all do. Because you're laughing, it's the truth. They all smell the same.
But they were so convenient sometimes.
Conveniently smelling like shit. All right, everybody. Good night.
Okay, because I got nothing else for I got nothing else.
That was a bonus treat. Night.